This is not your typical fall decor. I do not have one pumpkin in my home, which I might bring them in like maybe the week of Thanksgiving, but rather I wanted to just kind of bring in elevated materials, textures, and different things to kind of give that fall cozy feeling. You can definitely tell I'm going for fall decor, but without overdoing it. I live in a super small space, so I have to be extremely intentional with my purchases, with how I decorate my home to keep it from feeling cluttery and just too much. And that goes for Christmas, fall, all of it. It can really feel very overwhelming and just like too much. This is how I decorate for fall, and I hope that you guys enjoy these little things that I do just to get myself into the fall spirit. The first thing that I am doing to really gear up for the fall season is I'm swapping out our linen bedding. Currently, I have the Brook linen wash linen bedding on our bed, and I love them. We've had this particular set on our bed for over a year now, and it is so soft because that is the beauty to luxury sheets, is they just continue to get softer and softer the more you wash them. And let me tell you, these are amazing. Now for me, I really love a high quality sheet. I spend a lot of time in my bed. It is where I like to decompress from a long day, whether that's laying in the bed and watching a show, reading, having my coffee in the morning. I spend a lot of time in my bed, so I need nice sheets. Not only that, I've mentioned so many times here on my channel, go slow. You don't have to buy something every single month. Save up and really invest in high quality products. It is going to save you so much money in the long run. Thank you so much, Brook Linen, for partnering with me on today's video. You guys know I've shared Brook Linen a ton. I love them. They are amazing. I especially love that Brook Linen makes a super high quality product without the high price tag, because they take out the middleman, making it more affordable for us to purchase. Now, I am swapping out our linen bedding for the Luxe bedding in the color cream. I feel like the cream is gonna really soften up our space and make it a lot easier to pair different textures and colors and tones, and I'm super excited. And I went with the Luxe bedding this time because it's still really hot here in Arizona, and although my wash linen bedding is breathable, the Luxe is that bedding that when you flip the pillow over, it's cool on the other side, or you move your leg and you get that like cool sensation that's just a bit refreshing when you're kind of like hot in your bed. The Luxe Hardcore Bundle, which is the fitted sheet, the sheets, pillowcases, and duvet cover, will cost you between $200 and $250 depending on the size of your bed, where if you are buying luxury, they're gonna cost you $500 plus. Super high quality product for a more affordable price. What's really cool about Brook Linen's Hardcore Bundles is that you get to choose the sizing. So I got king pillowcases, but queen bedding. You also get to choose between 20 plus colors and patterns. Right now, Brook Linen is offering my viewers an additional 15% off from now until September 8th. All you have to do is click the link in my description and your discount will be applied at checkout. This is the perfect time to either treat yourself to some new sheets or new towels, or stock up on some of your favorites. Okay, so the next thing that I got to kind of introduce fall to my space is some dried florals. Now, you guys know I love making floral arrangements. I love fresh florals, but I feel like fall time is the perfect excuse to really pull in some of those dried florals and really kind of embrace them. So I got a ton, and you can get a lot of these at Trader Joe's. I know that they have like the bunny tails later on in the season, and you can get dried florals from your local grocery store or supermarkets, things like that. But I went to Pottery Barn, CB2, and Crate and Barrel. So when I first went into Pottery Barn, I saw these and I just had to have them. I was in there forever because they had to pull these from the back and it took forever. Now these ones lean a little bit more green, but they definitely give that like dried floral, kind of like when the fall, when everything kind of falls down and it dies off, like it gives that look. So I fell in love with this look, totally goes with my style, loved it. Now these were $29.50 a piece. I only got two, and then I was upset because I went over to CB2 and they had them for a much more affordable price. So then these were the ones that I got from CB2, which are a little bit more fall. They are, you know, that warmer tone, and I believe I paid $6 a piece for these. So I got everything that they had that was in good condition. And then I got this little bunch from Crate and Barrel. It was the Leanne Ford, and I just love kind of the dried out look. Like I said, especially for the fall time, because you can really kind of embrace that look. Now, dried florals, they're not something that I keep around my home all year round, but for the fall, I totally lean on the dried florals to kind of bring in that fall look. So now that I have picked out the perfect sheets for fall, I plan on layering on top of those sheets with a couple of different textures and prints. Now for the fall this year, I really am loving plaid. I just recently got more into patterns, and I love plaid. I love how masculine it feels. My style leans a little bit more masculine, and I just love how timeless and mature it gives my home and my space. So I am totally going all out for the fall when it comes to plaid. Like I said, because we're kind of coming into the end of fall, I am gonna do like a little bit of transitioning. I'll probably do another fall video a little later on, but for now, I'm still going with those neutral tones. However, later on, I might add in a little bit of orange. I have recently done some collages and have shared those with you guys over on the community tab, where I've shared some orange, and I'm actually really loving it. But as I mentioned, I am just adding in some chocolates and some creams with some throws. And then for my living room, the back of my couch, I am adding some plaid, which I love. Again, I just feel like this makes it feel a little bit more fall, wintry, and even the texture and the chunkiness of these throws just really give it that vibe. Also, because these are a little bit off-white, I think mixing them with the cream bedding is just gonna be chef's kiss. Along with adding those textures and patterns, I have shared this pillow before, but I'm also gonna continue on with the plaid with throw pillows. I just, again, love the feeling that these give. They feel mature, and they definitely lean a little bit more wintry to me, and I feel like it really gives me that fall look that I'm going for. Along with the plaid, adding in different textures is really going to cozy up your space and make it feel like fall and winter. It's just gonna really feel cozy, and you can mix up your materials to give it a little bit of a warmer look. You can add in some velvet. I feel like that gives it like a rich wintry feel. Play with your textures, and add layers, lots of layers. Throw pillows, throw blankets, all of that. Just layer it in. It definitely cozies it up, making it feel like it's more fall instead of, I don't know about you guys, but for me, when it comes to summer, I strip back everything. Like, I don't want a ton of throw blankets on my bed. I don't want a ton of throw pillows on my couch because it feels too heavy and too thick, where in the winter and fall time, I want them all. Now, I plan on threading that texture and thickness throughout my space. So I also picked up these washcloths from Amazon, and I just loved the chunkiness of them. Now, I love linen. I love adding all those different textures every day, but when it comes to the winter time, I try to go a little bit extra, especially this year, because I'm really leaning in on that. So I got just a little washcloth set. Now, the one thing that gets me in the holiday spirit is scent. Really, it gets me into the spirit of anything, like thinking about, you know, summertime and the smell of sunscreen, or wintertime or fall time and the smell of apple pie. Anything like that just really makes me feel like, oh, fall is here. And I like warmer, muskier scents for the fall. I even love, you know, the scents from Bath and Body Works that are the bourbon pumpkin or pumpkin waffles, different stuff like that. I love that kind of thing. I love anything that really puts me in the spirit. And I feel like over anything visual, scent is easily the thing that really gets me there. So I picked up a couple of candles from Our House. I've shared these a couple times with you guys. I went in there, hi Victoria, we chatted, she helped me out, and I picked up some candles that I've actually been sharing a lot. These candles are in the bourbon vanilla, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not quality check these. I did this again. You would have thought I learned my lesson, but I did this with a client candle that I got. I didn't quality check it. The label was crinkled. It bugged me. But I wanted, again, just some more textures, and then the scent of this is very warm, very fall to me, But you guys, there's no wick. I bought 2 of them and there's no wick in either of them. And because they were on sale, they're final sale. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get the wick out of this taper candle and feed it through there or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, I can kind of see a wick deep in there. So maybe, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I could also put it on one of those like candle warmers, you know, the plates. But I just loved the bourbon vanilla. It feels very fall. It feels very, just like you can light this in your house and it's very inviting and warm to the holiday season. Oh, it's so good. And I love that it's metal because I could reuse this container later on. It's one of the different materials that I like to pull into my home. And I thought these were so good. And this smell, oh, it is like luxury fall. It is like that home's expensive fall. It's good. It's so good. Love this. Now, I don't think it's online anymore, but if you have an Our House close to you, go to the store, see if they have it in store, but make sure you check to see if the wick is still there because they are final sale. So along with scents, like I was saying, the smell of apple pie or just different things that you might be cooking. I know for me, around the holiday season, I really do like to make different dinners and treats. I make cinnamon rolls every year. It's my favorite time of the year to just kind of go all out and cook and just really enjoy the season and make all of those recipes that I've been making for years. So one way that I like to bring fall in to my space is through food. And then what I'll do is I'll buy different things, whether that's a ton of apples and make an apple pie, a ton of pears, make a pear pie, or whatever it is. And I like to kind of get them where I have a couple days, kind of like flowers, so that they can ripen and I can use them as decor. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have this bowl full of pears. Whew, it's heavy. The bowl's heavy, the pears are heavy. So this is what I'm talking about. I like to put the pears in a gorgeous bowl and really kind of get that fall. I like to display my seasonal fruit in a bowl, and as we eat them, say we don't do like an apple pie or something like that, I'll go down to a smaller bowl and a smaller bowl to continue to display these so that it really feels like fall. And kind of like what I said, it's kind of like bringing flowers into your home. I just love this. I've been doing it for years and it really does kind of help that whole vibe. Apples, it kind of makes you feel like very fall. Back in Oregon, we'd go to the apple orchards and have apple cider and pick apples, and it just takes me back to that space, and it's super nostalgic. This is another example. I have some figs in this bowl and we've been having charcuterie boards, and it gives you a day or two to really enjoy the fruit, not only as you're eating them, but also visually, and again, just bring that whole fall vibe. And it really does feel very luxurious. It feels like just very, very intentional. So the next thing that I like to do is I like to switch out my hand soaps. Right now, I just found out that Acorn Spice is back in for the holiday season. I love this scent. It smells so good. If you haven't tried this, it smells so good. They have the dish soap, they have the hand soap, they have the counter spray. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so good. Oh, it's so good. And I've been buying this for years, and it's just, every year it takes me back to fall. It's one of my favorite scents. Another scent that does that for me is Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works. Because I have purchased these for so many years, it's like, okay, fall is here. So I love this. And then what we did is we actually took this and dumped it into my Aesop bottle because it was empty. We get the smell of the acorn spice, or you can display them. I still think that these are really cute, so you could have these out, but we just dumped it in there and it worked perfectly. This is easily my favorite hand soap for the fall time. And then I also got these hand towels for the kitchen. I love these. I got these at a local shop, so I'll see if I can find anything similar. But I just thought adding in some more plaid into the kitchen really helps it feel like fall. And then these actually have a lot of texture. If you can see, they're just so good. Another thing that you can do with these is you could put them, say you have some of your seasonal fruit, but your bowl is too big and you might not have a smaller bowl to like transfer them into. You can put this underneath the fruit and kind of give it some lift, and you'll see a little bit of that texture and print kind of peek through as you eat your fruit. Or you can also put craft paper at the bottom, different things like that just to kind of lift it up. I felt like these gave me fall vibes and I loved them. They're so good. Now, I've been sharing Tablescape decor here on my channel for a couple years now. I love putting together a beautiful tablescape. I just feel like, especially around the holiday season, it just feels really special. So I like to do a pretty little tablescape and eat at it with my husband. So I got these little ceramic salt cellar and pepper cellar. And I just thought that these would be really cute just to display on the table, and you can kind of grab them or get those little spoons and have a little display with these. Aren't these so cute? I had to get these. The next thing I actually don't have with me right now, but I'm hoping that it will come before this video goes live so I can do some footage of the item, but I bought 2 wreaths. I actually went to CB2 and Crate & Barrel to check out their wreaths, but I wasn't absolutely in love with them, and I don't know, it just didn't feel right. Now, I'm doing wreaths in my home because I do this for Christmas too, but I feel like, again, it's a way to bring in the fall without it feeling like fall threw up in my home. Like, I just want subtle fall details in our space, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. I can hang up a couple wreaths. It feels very like polished and sophisticated. So I found these 2 wreaths. They're actually the same, but I got them at Target, and as far as the online picture, they look really, really good. So I'm super excited to hang those up on the back of my front door and in our bathroom, which also is like a door that you see in our kitchen. Hopefully I love them when they come in and that this clip makes it in. But when I saw them on Target, I was like, yep, that is them. The wreaths are in and I absolutely love them, you guys. I love the texture. I love the different materials mixed within the wreath. I bought one for the bathroom door right here and then one for our front door. And I put my Christmas wreaths here as well. I just love that they're in our space and we can see them every day and kind of be in the spirit of the holidays. I am so happy with them. They look so beautiful with the pears and the plaid that I put in the kitchen, but also I really love the idea of getting that maroon. If you follow me over on Instagram, last year I got like maroon and orange leaf florals throughout, or leaves throughout the fall season, and I feel like this would pair really, really beautiful with that kind of maroon vibe. I'll put a picture in. But I got them and they are perfect, you guys. Look how good these are. The texture is just, it's so good. All right, and that is my fall home decor. As I mentioned earlier, I may incorporate a little bit of orange later on or closer into October, November. Maybe some fall leaves like I did last year, like orange leaves. But this is how I like to incorporate that warm season, that fall time in my home. Let me know if you liked these tips, if you will be incorporating any of these in your home. And also some tips that maybe you do for your fall decor that maybe I could do in my home. Thank you so much again, Brooklinen, for partnering with me on today's video. Don't forget to click that link down below to save an additional 15% off. And I will see you guys in a couple days with another. Bye.